And my next guest, everybody, is an actress, a model, a former wrestler for ECW, wrestling manager for ECW, Miss Jasmin St. Clair. And I think it's best if we lead into Jasmin and our interview with her entrance music for ECW. And we'll be talking with Jasmin in just a few minutes.
He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart's gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking?
And that entrance music, "Do You Think I'm Sexy?" can only mean one person, the very cool actress, model, Jasmin St. Clair. Jasmin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on your show. What perfect ring entrance music was that? God, I have the best ring entrance music.
You really do. And that's, of course, that's not the Rod Stewart version. That's the Revolting Cox version, which is definitely a cooler version.
It had more of an edge to it.
Absolutely, it does. We'll talk about your life in the ring in a little bit. But first thing I want to get to now, this coming weekend, December 13th, 14th, and 15th, you're going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the Bizarre Horror Expo and Convention. Tell us what the fans can expect down there.
Well, I'm really excited to be there. I'm probably going to be there only for like a couple of hours on Friday, and then I'll be there most of Saturday and half of Sunday. When I do get there on Friday, it'll be towards the end of the day. You can just check on my Twitter for the times. I'll be carrying a lot of my new glossy 8x10 photos, some Swamp Zombie DVDs, some old 3PW DVDs. Fans can have really good photo ops with me. And I'm hoping that the shipment of my autobiography comes in on time as well for that. So it'll be a really cool weekend. I'll have my Blue Suede posters. Those are limited edition, by the way. So I'll have some there for me to sign.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about. First of all, the Bizarre Convention, the Bizarre Horror Convention, everyone. Like I said, it's in Atlantic City. It's at the Tropicana Casino and Resort. And Jasmin mentioned you can just keep in touch with her on Twitter, and that's at Jasmin St. Clair, right? That's your Twitter name.
No E on Jasmin, E at the end of Claire.
Absolutely right. Perfect. No E at the end of Jasmin, but yes, an E at the end of Claire. So JasminStClaire at Jasmin St. Clair. While we're at it, you have a Facebook page as well, right? Facebook.com/Jasmin St. Clair.
Right. Now I have a fan page. It has the photo of me in the Sons of Anarchy shirt. I don't really, the other one doesn't have a lot of room on it for friends, so I just created a fan page as well. So.
Okay, good.
And I'm very active on those things, and my Instagram is The Real Jasmin St. Clair. There was a Jasmin St. Clair one, too, but I forgot the password, so there are no photos on there.
All right, so we have The Real Jasmin St. Clair on Instagram.
Yeah, it's the real one, not the fake one.
That's right. It's The Real Jasmin St. Clair. Cool. So like I said, the Bizarre Horror Expo Convention, Atlantic City, December 13th, 14th, and 15th. At the Tropicana Casino and Resort. Jasmin, she's going to try to be there in plenty of time on Friday, but definitely you'll be around all day Saturday and probably half of Sunday. So fans, you have plenty of time to get down to Atlantic City, New Jersey, and take a picture with Jasmin, get some 8x10s, just meet her. She's a very cool person. So have fun with that. And that's this weekend coming up, everyone, December 13th, 14th, and 15th. Now, Jasmin, you mentioned that poster for Blue Suede will be available. Tell us about this great movie. I saw
Blue Suede movie could be great. Yeah, Robert Miano is working on it. I really can't wait to work with him. I saw Donnie Brasco. I'm a huge fan. Let's see, John Fiore might be in it as well, but there's some other really great actors and actresses. Billy Vigilante, and he was in that movie, The Fighter. And there's some other people like new talent. I mean, Boston definitely has a lot of good stuff going on. I really look forward to working with Vendetta Motion Pictures. They did another film called Killing Khan, which I wasn't in, but I don't know when that's slated for release, but Blue Suede is slated for release in summer of 2014. We shoot February through like March. I'll have to be in Boston at that time, which will be fun.
Boston's
I'll be
great.
in Boston. I'll be in Beantown.
You've obviously been to Boston before with your with your modeling and acting. So yeah, Boston.
Oh yeah, I did Army of the Damned was taped in Rhode Island, and that actually drops January 15th.
I want to. I love the come on the promo for Blue Suede. A city lost, a gangster looking for a way out, a woman looking for a way in, a love that will destroy them all. Now, come on, if that's
Absolutely.
come on, guys, this is going to be a great one. You can check things out at bluesuedemovie.com. Tell us about your character in the movie, Jasmin.
My character is Angie Pisano, so I think that's enough right there. She's the sister of Frankie, which is played by Billy Vigilante, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Basically, it's my family that runs all of Boston. We're the Italians. We're having a lot of issues with these damn Asians and this other mafia there. So it's my character. She's very ruthless with the take no prisoners attitude. And, I really can't say much more about it. I'm not supposed to.
Well, you know what, Jasmin?
I'm really looking forward to it. And I mean, it's like most of these mobster movies, they have these recycled actors from every other mob film. Granted, they're all really good, but it's just good that they're giving other people a chance and some really good names coming on board. I'm looking forward to it. Plus, I love the writing, and I think JR is a complete genius. And the other thing I'm doing is a Batman-style movie called The Caped Crusader.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, the natural thing is everyone thinks I'm playing, like, there's a Catwoman, but, that's not what I got picked for. I got picked to play Bruce Wayne's fiancé with, like, a bratty 12-year-old daughter who doesn't accept him because he's always coming and going out of our lives.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, it'll be cool. It's more like a fan movie. It'll go to the festivals and whatnot. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be one of my favorite ones. Everyone loves Batman. Everyone likes a superhero.
Yeah, absolutely. Jasmin.
And besides, the guy playing the Batman's really hot, too. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so there you go. It's a little icing on the cake. What's very cool about, I mean, you said you really can't speak too much about Blue Suede, but actually, as a fan, that just makes me really wanting to see it. And you said in the summer of 2014 is the projected release date, right? Yeah,
2014.
Okay.
It's going to be amazing. It's not like a typical mob movie, and that's the important part. And it's really well cast. I'm really looking forward to it.
What's the toughest part in making the movie? What's the toughest part in making the movie for you? Is it getting into the character, or is it memorizing your lines? I can't imagine memorizing lines. I would never be able to memorize lines.
I'm full of a lot of different personalities and emotions because I've been through a lot in my life. So it's pretty easy to fit into most things. Like on Friday, I have to have a Russian accent. So it'll be really interesting to pull that off. I know I can. I think like the toughest thing. Oh God, it's such a fully loaded question with so many answers.
Yeah, right. It's not an easily answered question, I'm sure.
I know it should be easier. I would say it would have to be all the production end of things, getting up early, putting things together, being in the right frame of mind for it. This is why I don't really keep too many meaningful relationships with grown adults in my life, like grown men, because it really interrupts my productivity. If I have some kind of seriously dysfunctional relationship with someone, that's better for me.
You're at that point in your career, really, where your career kind of has to take a front seat, I guess, to a lasting relationship. Not to get too personal.
My career takes a front seat to any and everything and everyone around me, except for like my mom, of course, and my really close friends. But I mean, they know everyone respects the fact and respects everything I'm doing, so I've never had those issues.
Yeah. How about
with a guy? They just get bitchy for some reason. That's like 50 high school kids.
Yeah, isn't it funny? I guess not that we're over the hill or anything, but as we get older, we still go back to that high school mentality of like, I don't know, jealousy and things like that. Isn't it nutty? I mean, I don't think we ever really fully grow out of that.
I don't know. I mean, I certainly never did.
Yeah, I know, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, Jasmin. If you do, then we're getting too old. How about directing or producing in your future. Do you see yourself doing that?
I don't know. If I could predict that, then I'd be buying lottery tickets right now if I could figure that out. Or I'd be reading tarot cards by the ocean. Maybe down the line, sure, why not? I think it'd be really cool. And what I like to do, I have a few ideas. I have one that I'm really particular about, dealing with a serial killer. I used to exchange letters with the Night Stalker in jail before he died. I have like 100 handwritten letters from him.
Really?
Yeah. What he did was really horrible, but still, I have a lot of letters to and from him. We're talking about heavy metal music mostly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I ever do directly produce something, I'd like to be about a serial killer.
You know what, Jasmin? I know
pretty normal.
Well, no, you know what? This might sound a little weird, but there is that thin line between genius and crossing that line. But I can see people having writing a pen pal relationships with people in jail, and if you didn't know they were in jail, they're probably sound quite normal. No, am I stretching on that one?
No, I don't know. It's just one of the things. I was bored.
Well,
I was bored. I had time on my hands. Even when I was married, I was bored and had time on my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is none of my business, but what are some of the things you guys wrote about? Just normal things? You've got me curious now.
Mostly music, just other things, religious stuff like that. I might put I don't know if I'll put a book out with all the letters. I don't know. I'm deciding what I want to do with it. Maybe I might sell them to the right person to collect, stuff like that. I don't know.
Now, tell me about What the Hell Was I Thinking?
What the hell was I thinking? Confessions of the World's Most Controversial Sex Symbol. It's exactly that. What the hell was I thinking? Seriously, look at some of the people I've dated, like the Blue Meanie and other people. What the hell was I thinking? And some of the career choices I made, but it was, it really goes back into some very dark times of my life. Everything's very true in there and very real. We're thinking about reissuing the book on Kindle Fire, like in the next few months with some extra added things. But you could still pick up the book on Amazon. Of course, with signings, I try to have the books with me. It's just sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get them. So I found like 2 the other day in my storage unit. I'm going to keep one. I don't have it. I don't even own a copy of my book. But it's a really great book. It's everything in there you could possibly want to know. A lot of people said it's a great read.
But you know what?
You should read it.
Yeah, you know what? I will, Jasmin, because I was just going to say the title of the book, What the Hell Was I Thinking? I think everyone
what the hell was I thinking?
Everyone in the world, I think, can identify with that because we've all gone through. It seemed like the right thing. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and then afterwards you look back and you say, "What the hell was I thinking?" But
exactly,
it's something everyone can relate to.
Yeah, even you.
By the way, you mentioned hard copy, like a regular book. This is just out of left field.
If you do the hard copy, you can get that on Amazon. I actually have them at signings with me sometimes, and then, like I said, Kindle Fire, like Kindle, whatever, Kindle. I don't know what the difference is between Kindle and Kindle Fire. So, if you go on me get burnt, I have no clue.
Yeah, but that's the thing I like more about hard copy books is if you want to give it to an author, how are you gonna sign a Kindle? You know what I mean?
How do you sign a Kindle? You don't.
I'm saying this is why This is why I prefer regular books. That's the point I'm making. It's so nice to have a book that you can. But I'm going off on a tangent here, aren't I?
Okay, you mentioned that.
You mentioned the Blue Meanie before. You, of course, as your fans know, were involved with ECW and.
Yeah.
What was that like? First of all, how did you get into wrestling?
Well, yeah, actually, the Dudley Boys hooked me up with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the ones that got me the job there.
Yeah.
I was always a huge wrestling fan. I was always a huge wrestling fan. I liked like Delton Warrior, Jimmy Snuka. It was really
you mentioned great names. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a really complete honor working with Sherry Martel, doing a mixed tag match with her. I've always had great respect for people like that who put their bodies on the line all the time. I mean, it's so brutal, and I hate it when people are like, "Oh, is wrestling fake?" No, asshole, it's choreographed, but it's not fake.
Oh.
And I met the Blue Meanie along the way. Oh God, it's just.
Hence, what the hell was I thinking?
I stayed with him. I really put up with a lot of stuff just to be in the business. Like, remember I was actually lying to a lot of my coworkers because I had like 14 stitches in my forehead. One weekend at we were signing up some Allentown record convention possibly. Simon Diamond was there, Francine, Dawn Marie. They're like, what happened? Truthfully, I didn't fall. What happened was he headbutted me, and he hit me pretty bad. I had to walk myself to the emergency room in the middle of November, a few days before Thanksgiving in Philadelphia.
You are kidding me. I mean, I know you're not kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. It's in my book. Yeah, he hit me a few times, and I stayed with him. I should have gone to the police, but I think I had, a bit of a soul. And, first of all, I had to deal with him because we had to work together, and that's most important. Then, if I went to the police, if a guy like that went to jail, he'd probably get raped. Gosh. But, it was a really great time to be in ECW. I loved everyone there, and everyone was just so much fun to work with. It felt like one big dysfunctional family. But everyone was just amazing and so professional, and everyone just had a great attitude in the locker room. It was so sad what happened, but, Paul Heyman's amazing talent, and I really liked it. I really thank him to this day for giving me my chance in wrestling, and, my fans are the best, by the way. It's gotten a very loyal fan base out of that.
I loved ECW. I'm with you. It was really, they really put themselves out there. So was it tough being a woman in a man's sport? Quote unquote man's sport. I know women wrestle, but you know what I mean?
No, not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like being thrown around by 300-pound men every weekend and getting put, I liked it. It was fun. But, it's wrestling. It's like a traveling circus. But I wouldn't call it all a man's world. It is what it is. And, then I had my own company that I was running, despite what everyone says. That was my company that I actually created, produced, and put it out there. Those guys were working for me. So I was always on top of things. And, it was a lot of fun. And I just quit because I started to get into interviewing bands and becoming a VJ. So that, I just quit. Everyone was getting greedy too. I didn't want any part of it.
Yeah. It must have been difficult, though. There must have been some difficult times owning a wrestling company. What was some of the I guess it's tough being an owner, having to listen to all the crap from everybody else. And what was some of the tough parts about that? And
people no-showing you. Then you'd have people that were just being really bitchy and not wanting to lose out in the match. People wanting more money to change an airline ticket for $100 and they're bigging $500 a night. And, it was just stupid. I just didn't want any part of it.
I'll tell you, you're really a Renaissance woman. You really have.
Yeah, I'm a Renaissance woman. People tell me that.
No, you really are, Jasmin. I mean, you wear so many hats, and really now, I can't wait to read the book. What the hell was I thinking? Are you one to set goals for yourself? The reason why I asked that, I'm wondering, where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years? Do you look down the road and say, okay, or is that too far down the road?
No, that's fine. Everyone has to have a 5-year plan. I'll come up with another book by then. I'll be acting more. I'll have more. I'll still be in film business. I'll have my other book, and maybe by that point I'll direct or produce a movie, and it'll do really well. And then I'll look into moving back to Europe or moving somewhere really warm with a bunch of really hot 25-year-old guys with their shirts off by my pool.
That's not asking too much, Jasmin. It really isn't.
I know. Considering I got 26-year-old guys, I'm heading in the right direction.
Oh, you're going after the older men, 26-year-olds.
Yeah. We're on the right.
Where in Europe do you like?
I like Oslo a lot. I love Norway because of my family. Let's see.
Oh, your family's from Oslo. I'm sorry. I guess I should know
one
that.
side of it, no. And then you can't read everything. You can't believe everything you read on the web. My family's from there, from Scandinavia. I like there a lot. Then I like Greece. I like south of France. I like everywhere, really. I don't really consider myself a citizen of anywhere except the world. I'll go somewhere there. There's no harm in that. I like it there, and I really like the people. I have some really great friends that are still there that I still have strong ties to. My tattoo artist is there.
What's that?
My tattoo artist is there.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
She's awesome. She's badass.
What's the latest tattoo you've gotten?
I covered up my Hello Kitty tattoo with 2 hibiscus flowers, one for me, one for my dad. Then I'm thinking of getting my rib cage down, maybe to the sides as my ribs done. I'm not sure yet. I just have to really look for something. If you go to my blog spot, it's JasminSt. Clair.com or JasminSt. Clair.blogspot.com. I have a whole thing on there about my, tattoos. And, I like them. I don't really like to get color tattoos. It's the only color tattoo I have.
JasminSt.Clair.blogspot.com, everybody.
Yeah.
Check out and see what Jasmin's talking about.
And my official website is official JasminSt.Clair.com.
Okay. Official, because everyone on our website, Planet Ludwig, all this information will be up there. So,
thank you.
Now, Jasmin, I want to run through everything again for all of our listeners. Now, this weekend coming up, December 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Bizarre Horror Expo Convention in Atlantic City. That's at the Tropicana Casino and Resort. Someone walks up to your table, Jasmin. What can they expect? What kind of merch do you have for them?
Well, I usually have my 8x10s. I have some of the wrestling DVDs and stuff, and my Blue Sled limited edition posters. I don't sign anything, anything previous to my wrestling career. I don't sign. So just, there are lots of kids and families, and I just think it's appropriate.
Yeah, don't waste your time, in other words.
Don't waste my friggin' time or else,
No, really, absolutely.
Yes, and, that's what to meet me, of course. I mean, people pay more for photos in person because of the ambience of meeting people, and I'm there. Meet me. You can talk about things, and I'll be very nice.
I'm sure. I want to let our listeners know. Jasmin and I have communicated through email back and forth, and you're really one of the coolest. You're one of the coolest people, Jasmin. You were very nice to me. I mean, you didn't know me from Adam, and you were friendly from the first word you typed in. So I appreciate that. Look for Blue Suede, the movie, or BlueSuedeMovie.com. We have the official Jasmin St. Clair, JasminSt.Clair.com. Your Twitter account is at Jasmin St. Clair. Facebook, just look for Jasmin St. Clair. The book, which I can't wait to read now. What the hell was I thinking?
Exactly.
What am I leaving out, Jasmin? I think I got pretty much.
I think you have everything, and be sure to look out for our music band in January, and to keep up with me on there. And yes, I do tweet back at my fans sometimes, and I'm very active on there. It's me.
Well, Jasmin, it really was a pleasure to talk to you. I mean, typing back and forth was cool, but you really are a very cool person. And I thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate the time, and I'm really look forward someday to meeting you in person.
Okay, thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you, too. And, maybe you can come to the premiere of Blue Suede when we're doing that. But it's very nice to meet you, and I look forward to hearing the interview once it's up.
Thanks so much, Jasmin. Happy holidays,
Have a great evening. Happy holidays.
Okay. Bye now.